haven't really had much fun today yet because the day's not over. And I have to remember that I'm talking about the journey must be fun. So how do I make it fun? Well, we're back at it again, reading another chapter of this book because today is day 4. Yesterday I had 363 days left, and right now we're at 362 days left on this 365-day challenge of becoming a multimillionaire. And I realized that I can't live life based off of how I've been living it, because if I live life based off how I've been living, then I'm gonna just keep getting the same results. I mentioned that I've been surviving, and it's the resilience I have as a person, as a human being. Is it my zodiac? I don't know. But I'm not giving up. I'm not ever gonna give up on what I know is possible. And for a long time, I drowned myself in liquor. I choked myself on smoke. I tried altering my consciousness to see if that can give me another perspective or some sort of answer. But in reality, you always come back. You always come back. Every astronaut that's been to space has seen the beauty and the magnificence, but they always come back. And why not stay grounded? Why not stay grounded? Well, chapter 4, day 4, 362 days left. Experience relaxed passion. Most people would agree that having passion for one's work is a helpful, if not necessary, ingredient for success. Many of these same people, however, confuse useful passion with hyper or frenetic behavior. Passion takes different forms. It can be the feeling of being driven to success, or rolling up your sleeves, or working hard, long hours. This hyper passion can be very exciting, even addicting. The problem with it is that it drains your energy and can be very exhausting. It's generated from external sources, from tight deadlines and big deals. Because of the external nature of this type of passion, a tint of fear always goes along with it. I love this as long as everything works out well. That's been me in the past. This is describing me. This type of passion also lends itself to boredom. Definitely me. Another reason why I always went after external substances, external situations. The only time you're having fun is when there's something on the line, when something exciting is happening. The rest of the time can seem like a letdown. You spend your time waiting and looking for more excitement. Another calmer type of passion is what I'd like to call relaxed passion. This is a contained, time release type of feeling that permeates everything you do. It brings joy and great success to virtually anything. Rather than being frenetic, this feeling is more like exhilaration and enthusiasm. It's a much calmer version of excitement. It can be described as excitement without the worry. I love this simply because I'm absorbed in what I'm doing. And that definitely is describing me right now. I'm absorbed in this journey of sobriety. This is now, yesterday was day 17. This is day 18. After today, I've got 19, 20, 21, 3 more days, and I'm at 3 weeks of being completely sober. I just kicked it to the curb. But it started because I had one of those nights that was just too much. And I didn't like it. I was like, what? I'm not gonna do this again, man. I don't wanna keep doing this to myself. So it was more of, that was the last straw. And that last straw was so strong that I was able to just cold turkey everything. It can be described as excitement without the worry. I love this simply because I'm absorbed in what I'm doing. The way to bring forth this type of passion is to learn to keep your attention fully in the present moment. Try to do only one thing at any given moment and give that one thing your full and complete attention. If you're on the phone, stay focused. Be with the person to whom with you are speaking. Don't let your mind drift. Be there. If your mind does wander, gently bring it back to the present moment. Almost anything we do, preparing a report, speaking to a group, solving a problem, generating an idea, doing a difficult task, and so forth, is a potential source of relaxed passion. And it comes from exciting external ventures, but from our own attention, our own thinking. Too many of us live in moments past or moments yet to be. When our mind is not right here in this moment, we suck the joy out of an experience. You can bring back passion into your life and your business dealings by simply being more oriented in the present moment. Your focus and insight will be greatly enhanced, as will your ideas and creativity. Well, this definitely is what I needed to hear today, because I was on a phone call, and I mentioned to this person, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. And these videos, at maybe various points, felt like, how sustainable is this going to be? Because I thought that I need to put numbers into it. I need to put more numbers into this. I need more data. And while that's true, I've been just, you ever seen somebody move their feet, but just to stay in the same place, or not move so far or so much? That's definitely what I feel I've been doing, because I felt like I can do it myself. And granted, I am documenting this journey, and I'm documenting it from the ground up. I chose to say publicly that I will give it my best shot. And 365 days, in 365 days, I will give it my best shot. I started this journey on like day 15 of being sober. That's when I decided, So I was already 2 weeks of a clear mind, but then the decision came up on me and said, you know what, let's make this public. Let's go for it publicly. What do I have to lose? I have everything to gain. Really, I have everything to gain. And I'm gonna succumb to my fears, to my fear of being seen, to my fear of putting myself out there? Bro, that's not living in the present moment. Being in the present moment is saying, right now I'm touching this grass, I'm recording this video, I'm speaking to myself, to you. May this lands on the ear that it has to, on the heart that it has to. I was at a business event conference this weekend, and someone came up to me and was like, bro, your story, I'm so happy you shared that. And other people keep writing to me and saying, you got this, you can do it. And it means a lot. It means so much, because I really want to do this. First, it started being really selfish. I am not gonna lie, this was completely a selfish decision. I don't have time anymore to entertain BS. I don't have time anymore to entertain these things that are gonna bring me self-sabotage, destruction, bad emotions, negative feelings. And I'm happy that I've been able to say, you know what? I have the clear-headed mind to do so and face this head on. It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Honestly, when you're locked into whatever substance you're on, you overthink. You get too much, how would I say this? You're not in the present moment. You're not. You're chasing something. Usually when you're drinking, you're chasing a feeling. Like when you stop feeling tipsy, you want to get back to feeling tipsy. When you're not high, you want to get back to being high. And I keep mentioning to people that I'm grateful that I had these experiences. Like I would consider myself an astronaut. I'm grateful for the experience that I had that gave me the perspective to be able to see this world in a completely different light, to be able to see myself in a completely different light. And now that I'm here completely sober, it really does feel like it's its own drug, because being in the present moment is just as strong as being drunk, is just as strong as being high, because when you're not there, you want to be there. Oh, I'm not in the present moment. I need to be in the present. Again, these words are for me. This experience is for me, but I know I'm not the only one who can benefit from it. I'm not trying to make myself seem like I'm a guru. I know it all. I don't. This is the purpose of me making these videos. And I know that the millions are a byproduct, but I have to be in the right state first. Okay, you want, let's say, $1 million, but you have no way of receiving it. What if someone came up to me right now and says, I'm ready to give you $1 million. How do I accept this? How do I accept this $1 million? Because right now my bank account, I don't think will let me. I think I have a limit. Like my bank account has like a $50,000 limit. So how am I able to accept $1 million? And being in the present moment will teach you, okay, maybe it doesn't need to come all at once. Understand. But I do need to make available for someone to be able to send me the maximum amount of money that I can receive in my bank. I need to be in the correct state to have that channel flow to be able to come to me. If I'm expecting $50,000 to come to me, I have to make it available. I got to tell somebody, here's my bank account numbers. Here's my account numbers. Wire me money. Here's a landing page on my website for a $50,000 package. I have a $25,000 package. And what got me thinking about this was this business event that I went to. So I got called before showing up to the event. Hey, do you want to be part of the VIP for the event? What that includes is you get access to sitting in the front. The first 2 rows are designated for VIP. Meanwhile, there's like 8 rows of seats. I found that out after, but whatever. It was $50. You pay $50 for a VIP upgrade. And it comes with an audiobook, a podcast, the seating experience, and I think that's about it. I said, no, I just want to go for free. You know, that's what I'm going to figure out. And while being there at this event, I got offered to join the program. And I knew that I wanted to join a program, but I didn't know that there was going to be everything outside of my price range. I'm talking about the cheapest package there started at like $5,000, then $10,000, then $25,000. And the first thing I thought about was, dang, I need to have packages like this for me. So back to my conversation about not biting off more than I can chew. I mentioned to somebody, I will handle one thing at a time. And I'm still trying to figure out what these packages are going to look like for me. What they'll look like for my business. But I believe wholeheartedly, and you must too, believe wholeheartedly that someone is willing to pay you to exist. So this is what I will do. Maybe I know my friends and family are not my target audience. So this is why I'm putting these videos up because you have free access to these videos, to what I'm doing, to how I'm living my life on a daily basis every day that I'm sober, because I'm posting it. But now for my target audience, for the people that have the money, I'm deciding and decided today, this is how I will get there, by offering a $2,500 package, a $5,000 package, $10,000 package, $25,000 package, $50,000 package. I can't just say I'm looking for so-and-so to spend this money with me right now, but what am I gonna give in return? And I want to make sure that you understand clearly what you're gonna get in return for this amount of money. And so I will put together these packages because I know that these people exist and are willing to pay me, or willing to pay my business. So I am going to have two types of packages. My business, my Brian the Brain package, and I don't know, it's just it's hard to think about, like somebody's looking at me like a coach, but I know I have something of so much value in this world, and someone has so much money in this world that they're like, you deserve it. I want to give you my money. I love your energy. I love your charisma. I love your enthusiasm. I love what you've been preaching. And I believe that someone is out there who's ready and willing to give me this money for something in return. Something I have to say, something I put together. And I started putting together a program called My Infinite Self. I want to be my infinite self. And so I have about the first 2 weeks of this program. I only got to about day 10 to day 11. And I'm now, hear me out. I started creating this program, or this, I don't know what it is yet. I started creating this about being your infinite self, and I was not sober. Now that I am, it's given me a completely different perspective on what I want to do and go back to fix it from my perspective of being sober. So that will be my Brian the Brain package. And now for Canvas Fab, I will have packages available. And these packages will be even greater packages. Start at 5,000, 10,000, 20, 5, 50, 100, $250,000, 500,000, $1 million package. And there will be people, groups out there who are willing and available, and they will say, you know what? I love what you're doing. I love your product. I love you. Here's my money. I believe that. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to focus on. I'm realizing that you have to make yourself available so easily. I can't just say it and then expect everyone else to do the work. You understand? I have to make it super easy for them to just be like, here's the money. So the relaxed passion that I have right now and trying to handle these projects will be like when you were in school. When you went to school, you had a schedule. And if God works 6 days and rest on the 7th, then for this challenge, I will work 6 days and rest on the 7th. What that looks like for me will be, I currently right now have 3 ventures that I'm on, and I'm not going to talk about what they are, only 2. One of them is hush, because that's all I'm going to say about that. But I will alternate between days. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, devoted to X. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, devoted to X. And then alternate between weeks, days, right? Make a calendar, make something that works for me. It'll just make sense. But to address the issue of you're biting off more than you can chew, how are you staying focused? This is what you have to do. You got to break it down day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And if you're not tracking it, you're gonna lose focus. You're gonna be all over the place. And I will speak from experience, and this is why education was set up like that. So that you break it up. You break it up too when you're in school. You don't stay in one classroom the whole time while you're in school. You know, you have your homeroom, first period, third period, sixth period, 135, then 246, right? Well, it's been 20 minutes. I think this is a great video. I've said a lot of wonderful things on here for myself. Experience, relax, passion. That's the summary, and how you do that is stay in the present moment. My point was, just like an astronaut has gotten the experience, I'm grateful for the experiences that I've had while I've been on drugs and alcohol. And I wouldn't say drugs, because honestly, the drugs that I decided to do is more like medicine. And that's my opinion. And I'm grateful for the time that I had with that medicine, and grateful for how it opened up my mind. I saw the universe, I saw the world, I saw Earth from a completely different light, just like an astronaut. But I come back and I have to touch ground, I have to connect with myself. And this is being in the present moment. And being in the present moment, sobriety is just like a drug. Because it's not about chasing, anymore. It's about alignment. Now I seek to be in alignment with the present moment. As always, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, light, blessings, joy, happiness, all of the above. May it find you and more. I'm Brian the Brain. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a follow. Look at this day, man. Go outside, enjoy, breathe some fresh air. I know I have shoes on, but when was the last time you walked on grass barefoot? Find me on Instagram, Brian the Brain. YouTube here is Brian the Brain TV. I have a second account that I'm trying to grow, brianthebrain.tv on Instagram. Brian's Brain on TikTok. Time to work. It's time to work. Here's what I would have done in the past, right? Look, it's 2 o'clock. And I would have been like, how are you just getting your day started at 2 p.m.? And this is the relaxed passion that I have, because today, right now, I'm going to finally put effort into understanding how to create better videos that get better engagement, better shares, better likes. And there is a structure and a format to that. You have to find and look for the things that are working. Just like I went to this business event and I saw what's working.